Hello, friends. This is the spiritual counselor. Always excited to bring to us the interesting aspect of spirituality. I want to appreciate everyone who have been consistent on this channel. Those who follow us on Instagram at spiritual counselor. Those who follow us on TikTok. The other day I had a live session on TikTok and a couple of persons and lots of them. And also those who have been supporting what we do here on YouTube in donation. I want to say God bless you and keep you. We had begun a series the other time talking about the different element connected to our bloodline, and we had begun with the element of water and the element of the earth. And I said that those who have a strong connection with the earth element in their bloodline cannot easily be truncated, cannot easily be destroyed. These are persons wherein God has given the gift of protection. And I think in the last episode I had mentioned about things that you should have in your house should you have a connection with the earth element. So today we want to be introducing the subject of the fire element. You see, earth and water goes in alignment. If you have the earth element, there are tendencies that you are connected to. You have a water element connected to your bloodline as well. This is why we took those two at first, because the earth, everything you put on the earth cannot survive without water. You will need water to fertilize it. You will need water. The Bible talked about the earth. He said, for as the rain cometh down and giveth bread to the eater and seed to the sower. He talks about the rain in the sense of fertility and abundance. So we're going to be taking fire and the wind element or the air element in this next episodes. We'll be talking about, because the air element is very significant and the fire element is also very significant. But without the air, fire will have limitations. This is why you see there are many persons when they get married, they could get married to people who are this, who are that, and before you know it, they realize that the relationship is becoming sour. The relationship is becoming uninteresting. It's not appealing as it used to be. Perhaps the fellow that they have entangled with relationship wise is not in alignment. I know there are many persons who always say, I have a strong connection with water, I should always marry. Many persons come for consultations and you hear they say that they've gone to places where they told them, if you have water element you have to marry someone. Most often you will always need a complementing element, particularly if it has to do with relationship, if your relationship must stand the test of time. So as we go further in this episode, you would be understanding what is the significance of the fire element as it relates to your bloodline. When people talk about the fire element, when people have fire element, what are the characteristics? How can I use this? How can I enhance these elements wherein I have connected to my bloodline to my positivity, for my own fruitfulness, for my own breakthroughs, for my own victories over the affairs of life? These are some of the things that we have been discussing, and these are the things that we'll be continuing. Stay with us. We'll be right back. If you're just joining us here, I'd like you to subscribe to this channel and also click on the notification. And perhaps you are on Instagram, I'd like you to also follow us on Spiritual Counselor at Spiritual Counselor. We had begun the series about the element of our bloodline. The first characteristics of those who are connected to the element of fire is instability. These persons can hardly settle in any relationship. Many of them, they could be in one relationship today. In fact, the fact is that many fire element people are easily bored. Things easily get them bored. There is this thing, they always want things to happen. They always want to create things. They have the authority of creativity. They could come into a place and say, hey, this chair is like, why is this chair like this? Why is this thing? They want to always put things in order. Number one is instability. But this instability is in the sense of wanting to bring judgment to things. They want things, they are very meticulous in their path. They always want to see that the right thing is done perfectly and adequately. Fire elements. There are persons that when you see them, they are almost as perfectionists. These are fire elements. Although there is an aspect of the water element that is almost similar to the fire element in the terms of there are people wherein in their homes they want to see that everything is sparkling, everything is clear. They have this obsession with absolute cleanliness, with absolute perfection. They are very meticulous in their thing. These also have a strong connection with the fire element. When you have something to do relationship-wise with somebody who is strongly connected with the element of fire, many of them are very unstable relationship-wise. They could be in a relationship today, and by tomorrow afternoon, their minds are off. They always want to see new things happening. The next thing about those who have a strong connection with the fire element is balance. They want to see that things are done adequately, things are balanced. So they have this vibration of judgment. Judgment. If people who do not understand them may think that they are too extreme, judgment. They want to see that what is done accurately, properly. Judgment. They want to bring judgment. If they come to a place and maybe in an organization things are going out of order, things are not as it ought to be, the fire element, some of them you will see that they want to see that things are the way that we have agreed upon this matter. Please let us go back to that matter. Fire elements. They stand on their words when it comes to judgment. They can fight to see that which was agreed upon is what is sticked to. Fire element. Another characteristics of those who have a strong connection with the fire element is growth. If you have a strong affinity with somebody who has a strong connection, perhaps in their bloodline with the fire element, if you begin to watch your life, you would see that there is a level of transformation and growth that your life will begin to experience. Perhaps in your business, perhaps in diverse aspects of your life. The energy within them has the energy of transformation and growth, because they will not want you to settle for something less. So consistently you will see that they will always be introducing something that will propel you. This is why when we go into the air element, you will see the biotic relationship, the symbiotic relationship between these two elements. You would see the marriage between the fire and the air, because these two work together. I said it when I introduced this episode. I said that the fire element and the air element work together, because fire needs air to burn, needs air to grow. The fire element is such that it does not want to be met or to be seen at where you left it before. People have this strong connection. When they start a thing, they never want to remain at that position. There are people like earth element. Many of them, as long as things are going well in their own judgment, they are not bothered. No problem, let's just be doing. But fire element always want to see a difference. Things get them bored. Stay with us. We'll be right back.